Yummy, scrumptious cookie. Let's go through some Pepe information so we can learn from the emotions of the crowd and apply them to our own crypto bags. You're missing the point if you think this video is just about Pepe. It's not. It's about the crowd's emotions. So we're going to see euphoria. A lot of people ask me, what does it sound like? What does it look like when people are euphoric? It's very hard to specifically nail it because you're just going off words, but you can kind of feel it sometimes. What do I mean by feel it? Well, we're going to read through this comment here. I say here, the euphoria trap. This happens every time and it's going to continue to happen. Of course it is, because you're investing your units of labor, your money, into something and it's rising. And when it goes up, people are like, wow, I'm worth so much more. Someone's giving you more meaning. And yes, that someone is just a candle digitally on a screen. It's true, but that's what it is, right? Humans, abstraction of value, that's all it takes. We are really just monkeys being fed little peanuts. So, important. Thrill and euphoria are when the most devout supporters start to get very upset when you tell them to trim profits. Why do they get like that? That's because their target's much, much, much higher and you're saying, hey, you should trim a bit of profits. So they're upset at the thought of you saying to them, you know what? This might be starting to run out. They're like, no, our target's much higher. That's why they start to get upset. So you got to learn from this. You're going to get upset too. For example, if Bitcoin's at 80,000 and someone's telling you to trim profits, but your target's 300,000, you're going to get upset. If Ethereum is $8,000 and I'm saying, hey man, we might get cursed, but everybody's target is $10,000 to $15,000, they're going to get so upset. In Hex, what if Hex hits like $1.30 and I say trim profits, or anybody else, and other people saying, what? We're going minimum $5 to $10, man. Didn't you hear what the other people said? Every single coin community does it. Everyone does it. Nobody is immune from this. No one. I don't care what you are. I don't care what the fundamentals are. I don't care what the code does. I don't care. So, look what this gentle lady said. They said, no way. I'm about to onboard my ex-husband, don't know what's going on there, to crypto and Pepe today. He doesn't know my gains yet, but he trusts me. See, that's his first mistake. Now, the second mistake is going to be buying Pepe, right? We are throwing some of our daughter's trust fund into Pepe's family. All right. Firstly, I'm just letting you know, friends, just some advice. Don't ever trust anybody who types lol 2 times in one message to you. Something's going on there. When you got the double lol, something fishy's going on. Yes, this was actually at the exact high. This was the high. That 6 to 18 hour window, I saw it. And thank you to Mr. Sir Optimus Kevy for posting this out to me, because this is like, wow. Look, check that out. You know, but hey, you can just type this out earlier and you would have missed the bigger part of the games. But that's not the point. It's not the point, baby dolls. You have to think of it like you're playing cards. You're playing poker. Okay? You've been given 7-2 offsuit. You can't go all in with them. Yeah, you might get away with it once or twice. But you know, all right, if you sit down every day for 300 days and play 10 games each day, and you're always getting 7-2 offsuit and you're always going all in on it, you know you're going to get crushed in the long term. It's about making the right decisions on average. That's what it's about. So I have a follow-up, because you'll see me doing these beautiful follow-ups because you are my friend and I want you to see. Let's go learn together. Let's improve. We're getting better. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. What comes after euphoria? Complacency. So just quickly up here, you can see it in the top left of the chart, euphoria. It says, if you can squint your little eye, it says, I am a genius. We're all going to be rich. I'm onboarding my ex-husband. The next part is complacency. And here I explain in intricate words. After euphoria comes complacency. What is complacency? So here we go. Normally, investors tie their emotion to the candle color. Yes, we do. I'm an investor. You're an investor. Some of you are investees. So we all look at the candle color and go, man, damn, we're red. We're freaking red. I'm not going to be happy. That's it. I feel it. And then when we're green, we're like, oh, we're going to make it, aren't we? One green candle. But what's complacency? Look at this. In the complacency. But because you are still high on the dopamine and your endorphins from the prices going up recently, you are now complacent to the recent minus 60% drop in Pepe. So you get some deeper red candles, but nobody's paying attention because you're still high. You're like, oh, Peppy Dream, Peppy Dream. Somebody made an AI, artificial intelligence rap song using Drake's voice and put Peppy into it. It's actually really cool. I posted it on my Twitter. And like, you see this community stuff? This reminds me and should remind you of the Monkey JPEG era, because after the Monkey JPEGs topped out, then the like super excessive community stuff comes out after it finally stalls. Because if you want to know why, I just want you to know. So when you start seeing this, you got to get out. You know why? Because it means the price stopped going up. So when the price is going up, everybody's frozen. Everybody's like, oh, like here, look at Peppy. Let's go right here. Everyone's frozen in time. Like, oh my God. Nobody can act or think. No one can act or think. It's like, oh, what's going on? Then when it finally slows down, this is natural, by the way. They start checking their portfolio and like, yeah, it's settled, but nobody's paying attention. That's when the settling part induces everybody to go do things like, let's go make a rap song. Let's go make logos. Let's go make a video. Let's go make new GIFs. Let's go do community, art, poetry, all these things. Let's go build. So these are non-believers. And some people might get offended by that, but no, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, if you are making content for Peppy after its 343,000x run, you're not a real believer, are you? Okay, the real believers were making it when it was a scam, which is just 4 weeks ago. Okay, when it was considered a scam. It missed all the scanners, right? You're a Peppy believer if you do that. You ain't a Peppy believer when it finally goes and hits all the news. So we have a human tendency. People like to follow. We like to follow what's everyone doing, everything's cool, everyone's making money. This is what it is. It's what it is. And hopefully, I'm praying we are in coins that get to exhibit these. I hope we eventually do get in the coins that get to feel this, because not every coin gets to go through this, and it diminishes over time. So Bitcoin used to have this. Now Bitcoin is diminishing it. It still happens, but the returns aren't as big. So much to learn here, friends. So yes, you can see this absolute euphoria. And, complacency, I want you to look, this is even before the big crash started happening. Look at this. So I'm letting everyone know. If you made gains in Peppy or any other meme, consider trimming your profits. And this is what I noticed. I was browsing many Frog Maxi comments, and they are all starting to say these exact words. We just need to call off for the next continuation rally. I promise you, go check their tweets. Every single one saying, oh yeah, we're due for a bounce. We just need to call. That's basically what it means. When people say, oh, we're due for a bounce, it means we're too oversold. We've got to go back up. Here I am saying, don't get complacent. This was when it was a bit higher. So, first thing, I'm going to let you know. I can't predict the future with 100% certainty. Nobody can. And if you notice, I still have my rectangle drawn here. So when Peppy went up to here, it was up like 6,000x. I'm like, 6,000x is quite a large number. So I drew the box here, and I'm like, man, this has gone too far. It can keep going, but it's gone too far already here. Like this is, so you don't see this. This is what mistake people do. What they do is they see someone like me, they draw the box, and then they see this handle. They go, oh my God, the candle went up when you said it was too expensive. And then what they say is I will now therefore disregard all of your comments about everything. I'm never ever going to pay attention because you didn't get on this. And what they're doing is they are nailing themselves in the coffin. They're literally in the coffin and they're just nailing themselves in. Bang, bang, bang with the hammer. It's game over from that point, because what they end up doing is they end up pyramiding into the top. They get their friends in, they get the family in, they make the complete wrong decision, and it's going to be a disastrous scenario all over again. So you can't think, just because people say, hey, get long and then it goes down, or people say get short and it goes up. Don't take those lessons from people, because you're just flipping a coin flip, man. You really are flipping a coin. That's it. If I told you it's going to be heads and it came out tails, you're going to be like, I'm never going to listen to this guy ever again. You can't think like that. We're looking for the signs. So what can you actually do? There are some things you can actually do, baby dolls. So when I start posting things like this is not just for you. This is for me. I want to see, okay, the influencers are coming. We still got it. The influencers still coming. Look at this. I was showing Peppy topping signals, and yes, it's 500 million market cap. It was on the top. But it's showing exuberance. It really is. So we had this checklist. Look at the things coming out. BitBoy, how to buy Peppy video. The 24-hour volume was approaching the market cap. The trading volume flipped Doge, and you started getting major exchange listings. This is not at the beginning. This is at the end. So it's not the end or the absolute end. But what do you do when you start seeing this? Because you're going to have to be prepared. Because let's say there is a euphoria wave in 2025. Okay, because that's what we're holding for. This is Bitcoin. Okay, and if you notice as well, Bitcoin, right, in 2017, like, wow, euphoria. Okay, look at this. And then also in 29, like, wow, mid-euphoria. What about 2021? Like, whoa, wasn't that big? And yeah, it's a linear chart, okay? Yay, linear chart. Look what we got now. What's this? This is nothing. You see this? Barely moved. So I want you to know this is going to confuse many people because they're going to say, and I know what you're thinking because I went through this. I went, wait a minute. I'm not going to exit my bags. They barely moved. Why should I exit my bags? Like, you know, let's say you were just a full Bitcoin maxi, all right? Because you're going to have to go through this at like Bitcoin $80,000 to $100,000. So when Bitcoin is at $80,000 to $100,000, they're going to put it, so right up here. Let's say Bitcoin goes, well, up here. Compared to the history on a log chart, that's not really that much euphoria. If you put it on like a weekly, it's nothing. It'll be not that much. Look at this little wave compared to all these other big waves. So then what they'll do is incorrectly assume that they're safe. This is very dangerous. You can't do that. So that's why I was showing you these videos to show. I was showing these videos and these tweets to let you know, hey, when you start to see these, start to look at the riskiest part of your portfolio, the absolute lowest market cap, the highest runners, the new things, those things. Those are the things you got to trim first. Those are the most sensitive to any explosion. Very important you understand that. Because without that, you're going to be bag holding. And that's how people bag hold. What you think this is okay, you're learning now. So a lot of you, yes, you are scrumptious baby or baby cake cookies. You came in 2021. I'm sorry. Sorry you got hurt. We all got hurt. But don't think in the next cycle you are definitely guaranteed to get a euphoric laser eyes environment again. You're not guaranteed that. And if you are, it's possible it starts pretty early. Okay? It's very possible. It's possible that, go in here. Yeah, it's possible you start seeing these laser eyes. Maybe you're expecting that to happen at 180K, but laser eyes starts happening at 60K. Are you prepared for that? That'll be very disgusting, won't it? Because then think about this, friends. Imagine being Bitcoin maxi. You hold this whole time, laser eyes come out at 60K. What are you thinking? You're thinking, crap. No, they're not. They're not thinking, oh, crap. I'm thinking, oh, crap. Because me and you, we're on the sidelines. We are not Bitcoin maxis. We're in other stuff. We're here to win the game. But the Bitcoin maxis, people who are just in Bitcoin, they held the whole way. They really believe in 400K or 500K Bitcoin to make up for the return of lost time. They don't want to hear that the party's over at 60K and it's starting to be over, right? Just like how everybody wanted 100K Bitcoin, no one wanted to hear it was starting to be over at 33K. Like, what the hell? That's nowhere near 150K. Stock to flow said 180K. Big difference, man. Big difference. So this is why you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. You got to check everyone else. When I start saying there's all these warning signs coming up, you start peeling. Start peeling. I think 33% is the most perfect starter peel. You know why? I have not met one person who said, man, if I just peeled off half of what I did, I would have been a millionaire by now. I've never, ever heard anybody ever say that in my life. I've never heard any investor say, man, especially in crypto. It's always the opposite. It's, damn, I took 5% out. Should have taken 25% out. I could really use that money. That's the opposite way. So I think taking 1/3 out, and you don't have to quit crypto, man. Rotate 1/3 into Ethereum. You're just stacking your Ethereum. Or rotate it to your core coins. Maybe your core coins, Chainlink, Hex. Maybe you're in other layer 1 chains. Maybe Pulse Chain, PLS. Maybe you want to accumulate PLS. Rotate that in. That's fine. You're beautiful. You're going to compound your gains over the long run. But absolutely, don't think just because other coins are euphoric and your coin isn't euphoric that it's immune. It's not. It just means you're in a slow turtle. I had to go through this the hard way in 2021 and 2022. Slow movers, I thought, were immune because they did not get the euphoria. I thought, well, they didn't get I don't have any weak hands. None of the Euphoria buyers went in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You'll go down with everything else. Okay? So it's almost like when you see these warning signs, it's like, crap. You're going to go send the market down. You're a sign that everything's about to go down. And my bag, which didn't go euphoric, is going to go down anyway. That's the truth. Okay? Now, you don't have to believe me. You can learn the hard way. Because, look, it really is just a matter of look how close you have to be friends. Like, if you got Pepe in the first day, by this point, it's not the final run, you get a 3,200x. You just wait 24 hours, it's 100x. You wait 24 hours after that, 35x. Like, look at the difference. When you're playing these meme coins, this is the toughest part. Just accepting that, yeah, I was 6 hours too late. I missed it. That's the toughest part. Because people here, they were around the home run. I never believed in it because I just saw 10, 20, 50 million, 100 million market cap coins just go straight down minus 99%. And I have no regrets. I've seen it time and time again. Most people who don't know anything about trading or meme coins, they are now going to get themselves trapped. The next time they see something hot, they're just going to go buy the top. So I hope you're learning this. You notice. Now that they saw one unicorn go up, now they're going to say, okay, every single person who's told me to be contrarian, they're now wrong. They are poopy heads. I'm going to now buy everything that goes hot. And you already know how the next 18 months is going to turn for them. They're going to get absolutely decimated beyond imagination. You're not going to hear from them again. Because how do I know? 2019, 2020, 2021. It's like every 60 to 90 days, it's a new bunch of people messaging, Telegram, Twitter, everything. It's a new bunch every single time. And I look back, I'm like, wait a minute. If it's a new bunch of people every single time, that means 99.9% didn't actually make it. Because I'm still here. Where the hell are you gone? It's sad. It's sad, but hey, do you want to learn or not? I'm giving this information free at the cost, very low cost of 1 ounce of friendship. You pay me with 1 Ethereum after you kill it. After you retire or after you make a good amount of money from asymmetric upside, if this works out. If it doesn't work out, well, I'll see you in McDonald's drive-thru. I'll be there working with you. But if it does work out, you've already paid me the friendship, like, subscribe, bell button, all. And then throw me in Ethereum. Wouldn't that be juicy? And you know why I love this, friends? I get to share with you something. So every single time something new comes out, every time, and I mean every time, someone tells me this time is different. Every single time. And guess what? I've always given them the benefit of the doubt. I've said, maybe this time is different. Look at Pepe. Look at Pepe. But here's the thing. I did Metcalfe's law on Pepe, and it worked exactly. Like, not even guessing. Like, exactly to the rough zone. So here, I did a basic Metcalfe's value on Pepe and gave the price prediction pretty accurate. At the box in the picture, it had 1,000 users, grew to 63,000. Now went up to like 100,000+, and it went up in price, right? So 63 squared gives you 4,000x, but the ROI, when I calculated, was around 5,700x. Now, it's not meant to be exact, but you're like, wait, that's cool. So what are you actually learning from this? You see this, it's all about the people. And when the people stop running out, that's it, it's done. It's not about what the community starts building or what they promise or anything like that. That's it. You got to 100,000 people? Okay. If you can't tell me how we get the next 100,000 people, then I've got to get out. That's how you have to think. Because just as parabolic as it went up, you're going to see the first round of people not be interested and exit, and you're going to see the price exponentially drop, as you have with minus 60%. Now, I hope this time is different and it goes on some sort of nuclear shib run. Wouldn't that be amazing? But so far, everything lines up. This is why you got to think about your bags, man. Like, I could easily go out and tell you, hey, that chain we're in is going to go 1,000x and this one's going to go 2,000x. I can go say that and get more views. I don't really care. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is you need more people. Yes, we are going to be surprised to the upside with the amount of people that some of these coins are able to accrue. But at the end of the day, you need more people. It's not about saying, okay, well, we're different this time. Like, Metcalfe's law worked on Bitcoin in 2010. People didn't even buy Bitcoin. They were mining it. They were literally mining Bitcoin. They were paying like 4 cents, $1. They were paying nothing for it. And it still worked. People had like, oh, I've got 12 Bitcoin in my account, literally worth $12. And surprise, surprise, it followed Metcalfe's law with the user adoption growth rate. So I've seen this with my own eyes. I know many people haven't. And you might say to me, why don't you post it on your Twitter? Well, I have like 15 times. Just no one pays attention. It's all right. No one pays attention to that. But the people who do pay attention, I know you do. It's always the someone new paradigm. I understand you get a bias because you're holding that new thing. You want it to be the new unicorn. Completely understand. I want, every time I'm in something, I'm like, man, can this be the 1000x, please? But it never is. It really never is. So this is why you got to really be sharp. How do you be sharp? Well, we can only use a certain amount of tools under our belt. We can't be guaranteed of everything. Am I adjusting my portfolio after this Pepe run? Nope, not doing anything. But just know that there were many Pepes like this that just failed and went to zero. So what can you really do after seeing something like this? You can't do much. You just know that you've gained some experience. You've come and seen, you go, okay, the emotions are still there. For the 500th time, the emotions are still there. And you now know, all right, so you're going to forget this, but maybe I'll be around to remind you. It doesn't matter what your coin has done. It matters what the average crowd around you is doing. It doesn't matter. If your coin went from $4 to $8, but other coins you see went from $4 to $400. If you see them overwhelmingly euphoric, they're getting their ex-husbands in. They're putting their child funds in. Michael Saylor's telling you to leverage by the top. When you are seeing that, that is a overwhelming warning sign. Not that the industry is bad. It's just that it means you're running out of buyers. When does the bull market end, friends? It ends when you start running out of buyers. That's the end, when you've run out of buyers. Conversely, when does the bear market end? When you run out of sellers. So that's why, at the end of the day, maybe this bear market doesn't really truly end until we get rid of that Mt. Gox supply. Truly end. But hey, I've always had this one rule too. As long as Bitcoin is under its all-time high, everything's a bear market. I'm not even joking. Everything's a bear market. And just to let you know, because most of you didn't come in 2020, just to let you know. So you came in the top part. I want you to know you weren't late in the way you think you are. You were late on the chart, but you weren't late based off the crowd's emotions. What I mean by that, I'm going to draw a line here and I'm going to show you. I'm going to get this line here. This is the previous all-time high. This is Bitcoin chart. We're looking at it. So most people, very sorry, you got trapped and you got destroyed up here. That's okay, all right? We've been enough time. I hope you've been able to DCA, add your bags. At least you found me, right? So there's many other people. They're going to make the same mistake again. They're going to get destroyed. There are many CoinFesh and Direct of people being in 2 cycles and still not making it. So you came up there. But I want you to know there was no euphoria here. Nothing. We were shaky. So I'm going to get this little arrow here. You know this part? This part? We were shaky. Nervous. I was nervous. I was frustrated. Because, man, you've been going through such a long time. You're like, this thing's never going up. Nervous. And then it was just like the Wall Street cheat sheet. We started to get optimistic here and started to believe. So if you go to the Wall Street cheat sheet, when they say optimism, they go, this rally is real. And then belief is time to get fully invested. So I hope this kind of makes sense. After Bitcoin broke its all-time high, everyone went into belief mode and optimism mode. They go, now is the time to get fully invested. That's what came out. And then you have the thrill and euphoria part. But it doesn't feel like that on the candles. Look, it just looked trash. This looked absolutely garbage. We were barely moving. This was not super excitement. The super excitement, I promise you, this is a sad part. The super excitement was the final part. Everything else was a drag and nerves. And are we going to go up? Are we going to retrace? I had friends calling me here like, oh man, are we going to go down from here? Like straight away. So it's not what you think. It's very sad. But yeah, it really is 3.75 years of pain and misery. And then there's a final 90 days where you get happy, but it's the end. I'm sad. Sorry, but that's just how it is. So that's why I'm telling you, when you start seeing things like Pepe, is it the misery part? Or you're like, uh-oh, that might be part of that euphoria, the tippy top part of the candle. The end is near. You got to start trimming off. You got to start rotating off. Because if you don't start doing it, who's going to do it for you? Like, subscribe, bell button, all friends. Tell mum and dad that you love them.